good day. We are live and reporting to you here from the Hanging Up Stadium. You are joined by Brian Munango and Hancho Kapofi. Hancho, how are you today?
I'm doing amazing. I'm really excited for the amazing sports that we've had this weekend, from rugby to soccer, all the way to mountain biking. And of course, here on SportsWrap, we're going to give you a rundown of everything. Let's start off by introducing today's hit list. Okay, now let's take a look at the international sports results. Of course, there we have Cardiff that faced off with Bristol City, taking that win with 2-0. And of course, Blackburn with Sheffield United taking the win as well with 1. And of course, Manchester City is in the building against Newcastle, taking that win with 2. Of course, no, Manchester City is number 2 on the
Premier League log.
On the Premier League log,
yes. Well, with that, if we take a look at the English Championship, Hull City get the win over West Brom. Real Sociedad could not score against Cadiz, and that game ended 0-0. Nice in the French league scored 1 goal, and they ended up drawing against Auxerre, who are in the bottom of the table. And a shock defeat to Napoli as they lose at home against Lazio for the first time in 24 matches. And we see the Bundesliga, Dortmund claim bragging rights over RB Leipzig in a 2-1 win on the home ground.
Of course, now we move on to let's talk a little bit about soccer. It's just the games that we are seeing is just everything amazing. And now, of course, we're looking at the United Rugby Championship, where the Stormers and the Sharks faced off, with the Stormers taking that win with a 29-23 victory. What a victory is that! So close.
Fantastic score. With that, let's take a look at the Namibian sports result that we have going on.
Now, of course, we're taking a look at the Cricket Namibia 50 over Premier League final, which was Wanderers versus the VHS Old Boys. That was 1-1-1 amazing, of course, face-off, with the Old Boys scoring 161 all out in 4.94 overs. Wanderers reached the winning target with the 165 runs for the loss of 5 wickets in 27.3 overs. And of course, Carl Brinkenstock, the top, scored for Wanderers with 55 runs, and Nyasha finished the run chase with 45 runs, not out for Wanderers with a beautiful 6.
Well,
of course, now
the IGG trials was the place to be, as we had mountain biking. We had the mountain biking event that took place there with a lot of cyclists showing up to showcase their skills on the IGG trials indeed.
Yes, and that was, of course, now we had our young cyclists, our old cyclists, and I must say cycling is a sport that not so many people take seriously. But in the years, I can see that it's actually growing, because there are so many events that are coming around sports, and just this one is one to show.
Beautiful. Well, with that, Ancho,
it's time to take a look at that.
We can drop.
Now let's take a look at the highlights from the soccer. Of course, Arrows Ladies versus the V-Power Eagles. Angels.
Well, with the FNB Women's Super League, we can never be disappointed. As you can see, the score is 2-1 in favor of V-Power Angels. We will be taking a look at the highlights for this one. Well, we had the kickoff, where we had Arrows who started off on the front foot. Kamachipose was the threat in the first half, playing a beautiful 1-2 combinations there. We saw Linnea. We saw how dangerous Linnea can be in front of goal, as she had a few snaps and shots at goal there. Goalkeepers are not on the best game today, as a few balls could have been defended, but Kamachipose played the ball and almost scored from that shot. Well, that did not stop her from getting her first goal, as she got taken out there. A very entertaining first half we had, as we have 3 goals in the first half. Well, this was the beautiful ball that was played to Kamachipose. Cool, come and collect as she slots it into the bottom corner. Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal for Kamachipose. Another chance that came their way, but this time Arrows did some defending. Goalkeeper saves it. Goalkeeper saves it. Good attacking there from Arrows. Well, that was a dangerous tackle that we saw there, but V-Power Angels got on the front foot with some attackings of themselves. Somses placed the ball from behind. A little injury there to the Arrow player. Whitney tried to play in the through ball. Well, this is where we saw Linnea getting on the front foot and slotting in the 1-1 goal that got V-Power Angels back into the game. Goalkeeper dropped the ball there, but that was a little injury. That was resolved really quickly, as we see Arrows were really attacking in the first half. Whitney gets on the ball there, very active. Beautifully played into the box, but Kamachipose's first touch lets her down. Well, this is the talk of the game, as Somses gets a beautiful chip just above the goalkeeper. That's a wonderful goal indeed, a very wonderful goal. And that game got the game into 2-1 in favor. A beautiful second half that we have Whitney on the ball as she crosses it in, side netting. We had 3 goals in the first half and 3 in the second half as well. Somses looked to be injured there, but it was nothing too serious. Emily played the ball to Whitney, who got on the score sheet. Beautifully composed goal. She celebrates that one. We got a few injuries from the V-Power players there, and then boom, another beautiful goal, a stunner that was indeed. Gunja was the scorer of that one, and that was a kick to the face of the referee. A lot of kicks to the faces today, as we saw. Well, this was a woeful defending from Arrows, as they could not capitalize on the mistakes made by the goalkeeper. Well, Whitney in the second half looked alive as she played the ball in multiple times and tried to get on the score sheet. Somses, very important and possibly the man of the match in that game. Beautiful save. Machipose tried to get on that one. And this was just a beautiful ball that was played there. And there's the goal from Somses. Wow. Goalkeeper caught sleeping and the ball crept into the net. And that was the halfway result. Machipose tried to get on the score sheet once more, but second half looked like the defenders had to play a big role. Whitney played in a beautiful through ball for Kamachipose, and it got saved by the goalkeeper. Well, very entertaining second half indeed. Somses tried to get on the score sheet once more, and goalkeeper was alive for that one. As you can see there. They try to give him the score sheet. Miscommunication, misunderstanding there in front of goal. And there you have it, the results. 3-3. Goal thrilling indeed in the FNB Women Super League.
All right, now we take a look at the Windhoek Drava that took on the Air Link Pumas. Now this was, of course, the match of the weekend because they have faced off on Wednesday just for a try and for a try of how things will end up this weekend. And of course, the Air Link Pumas took that one. But today, it was quite an interesting face-off. Let's take a look at what went down. Of course, now we take a look at the Minister of Sport, Mrs. Kashonga Rerwa, who is, of course, greeting our Pumas all the way from South Africa. And there we go. Pumas, of course, starting the match off on a high.
Well, as you can see, the first try came early in the game as the ball was played to Sebastian de Klerk with on a race with Loubser. Then he gets the ball. Disappointing defense from Loubser. He gets the ball, makes his way, and scores the first try for his team.
Yes, de Klerk definitely did one amazing thing there. And of course,
Brendan Thompson had his kicking boots on today as he scored a few tries there.
Yes.
And a few points.
And a few points, definitely. Now we take a look at, once again, Pumas going on strong with
Andre Fuchs. Well, as you can see in the scrums, they had us by a thread. Andre van den Berg tried to get that one over, but unfortunately that hit the post. But that did not stop him from trying again because he did it from a more difficult position, and this time it went over.
What a beautiful, beautiful conversion that was.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Now, once again, another scrum here. And I must say that today's scrums was something else, man.
Yes, I think the Air Link Pumas showcased the skill they have when it comes to scrums because they won every ball. If not the ball, then it was called back for a free kick or a penalty against the Velvichas.
Of course, there we take a look at the line out being taken. And of course, once again, the Air Link Pumas coming in strong. Lundim Sengi. And I must say that Lundim Sengi was one of my favorites throughout this match.
He played a beautiful match. The score at halftime wasn't that bad at 31-3. Second half, we started off with scrums again. As there we got the ball. Beautiful play there. Johan Lutig captaining Namibia and led by example. Ball got played to the back line. Through and through.
There they go. There they go. And Namibia is through, of course. Number 19 coming through for us there. That is, of course, Brendan Ortner. Of course, that was our highlights from today's game. The Windhoek Velvichas going against the Air Link Pumas, where the Air Link Pumas came out victorious with an amazing 81-8 victory. Now, let's take a look at the long. Of course, we see there that the Beauties FC is at the top of the log with a goal difference of 8. And the Girls and Goals FC is at number 2 there with a goal difference of 7. And the V Power Angels were at number 3 with a goal difference of 10. Of course, all the way down to the Unam Bokis FC at with a goal difference of number 7. And of course, Ongwediva Queens FC also with a goal number of 7. And moving all the way to the bottom of the log, we take a look at the Tura Magic Ladies FC with a goal difference of 7. Now let's take a look at the Sunday drop. All right, so this Sunday we'll be expecting to see, of course, Forest versus Everton for the Premier League, and of course also Liverpool going against Mr. Munango's favorite, that is of course the Manchester United at 6:30, and of course the Nottingham Forest and Everton will be facing off at 4 o'clock
Please do not miss those games, Sancho. I advise you because that's going to be the biggest game of Sunday.
Definitely. Moving over, we of course have the NFA Women's Soccer with the Right Way FC taking on the Omaheke Queens FC.
Well, I think the FNB Women's Super League has been fantastic so far, as we have, like you said, Right Way FC taking against Omaheke Queen FC, and then Tura Magic will be looking to get back on the scoring sheet as they play against Yunnan Bokis. Aero Ladies take on Nast Babes, and V-Power Angels will try to get back on the winning side of things again as they take on Namibian Daughters. Ongwediva Queens face against Comas Nampo.
Of course, let's talk a little bit about the FNB, Women's Super League. I must say that I've seen a big difference this year because I see that the girls actually, they look very much prepared for this league, man.
You know, I don't think we were all ready for what the women brought to the footballing game because we all expected it not to be as good as it is because it's the first Women's Super League that we have. But with the goals that we are seeing, it's goals every weekend. Like we saw today with V-Power taking on Arrows. It's a 6-goal thriller. They drew 3-3.
3-3, literally. So I must say that the women, I'm really proud of them. And we, of course, also had the ladies that went down to Oshakati. We had the ladies that were playing in the coast. So the ladies definitely put it up. And the rugby that also took place this weekend was actually the highlight of my whole weekend because South Africa taking on Namibia. I would always say that Erling Pumas obviously are representing South Africa and then the Windhoek Dravelvichas representing Namibia. And I think Namibia, this is the opportunity that Namibia has to go back and just regroup for those amazing matches. And of course, my favorite player from the Erling Pumas, Lundi Msenge.
Well, I can speak on the Windhoek Dravelvichas. My favorite player has to be Andre van den Berg. Carries himself. I believe he's the best kicker that we have in Namibia. And beautiful rugby player indeed. But, I mean, at the end of the day, we're playing against the Currie Cup champions. I don't know what else we expect from the Currie Cup champions. As you can see, throughout the whole game, they held a strong force. They were beautiful at the scrums. They executed everything that the coach, Jimmy, asked of them. And I can just say, wow, wow, wow. No wonder they are the Currie Cup champions.
All right. So, before we move on to an ad break, do you remember who the forward back player and the back player of the match was?
No one can forget that. Yes.
I know the forward back was from the Valvichas.
The forward was from no. Let's say from Grootfontein.
From okay, see Joe.
Yeah, see Joe. Ludwig Johan is from Grootfontein, and he took the best front player of the game. And in the backlines, we can't deny Sebastian de Klerk after the first try that he put through the.
Literally.
So, yeah.
He did that. But now let's head over for an ad break. We'll be back shortly. And there you have it. That was your weekend sports from Mr. Munango and myself. It is.
Adios.
NMH Ad 1 brings you news from all across Namibia. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact NMH1 at synergy.com.na. NMH Ad 1, your lunchtime news companion.
Working every day, working every night, working all our lives to get this thing right.